Hey, so I'm trying a new fringe today, and I can't tell if you can tell, but I dyed my hair red. You can kind of see on my scalp. But yeah, I wanted to make a video telling people how I came out to my parents. Yeah, basically, it was year 8, and so I was just leaving primary school, going to high school, so I was about 12. And I had this really huge crush on my best friend back then. I don't know, I kind of used my best friend Jason as a cover, and I was like just driving in the car with Dad casually, and then I was like, oh yeah, Jason put on his MSN username that he's gay, and Dad turned to me and was like, well, he's just stupid, he shouldn't do that. He doesn't know what he wants right now, blah blah blah. And I was kind of like, well, I'm bi. I think at 12 it's probably quite hard to take your daughter seriously when she says that. But yeah, so he was kind of like, oh no, it's just a phase, you don't know what you are. But yeah, and then I can't remember how I told my mum. I think I must have just said it and she ignored it or said, no, don't be so silly. But I don't know, they've kind of always just accepted that or not talked about it. And it was really funny, the other day I was having a conversation with my dad, and so I was like, oh yeah, I really like this girl, Dad, how do I go about telling her? And he's like, you don't really believe that you're bi, do you? Fuck, man. You know, if we weren't in a public place, I would have caused a scene. And I'm pretty sure there was some lesbians sitting beside us, so I didn't want to offend anyone. So I was kind of like, what do you mean? He's kind of like, well, maybe you should just not be so open about it, because it all comes back on me, you know. Everyone blames me and thinks that I'm the one who's turned you bi and stuff. And I'm thinking, how on earth can he relate and make that about him? But it's my dad, and he's got a gift with doing that. I mean, my dad's, I'm adopted, and both of my dads are majorly quite fuck-ups, so it's no surprise that I want to go out with a chick. Yeah, so that was interesting. And my mum the other day, because I want to date this person that I like, I asked her what her opinion would be if I did that, and she always kind of avoids it, so I called her up on it and said, well, hey, you know, Mum, you always ignore that, maybe we should talk about dealing, like how to deal with that and stuff. And I don't know, she brought up this point, life would be easier if I just dated guys, and I'm kind of thinking, I can see your point, but it's invalid. Yeah, I could be happy with a guy, I have been happy with guys before, but ultimately a girl makes me feel 100 times better about myself than a guy ever has. And guys have just messed me around in the past. So I could date guys, but I don't want to. I can see your point. Like, every parent wants life to be easier for their child. I don't even like saying I'm bi. I think that labels like that are silly. I mean, you like who you like. I don't know. To me, it's always suggested preference, and I don't really have a preference. Well, I do. I have female preferences. And so now it's really cool whenever I talk to her, if I'm talking about the girl I like, she's like, ooh. I don't know, it's just casual. It's like what it usually is with guys, and I like that. Like, I like Mum's ability to do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to try editing for the first time. I don't usually edit my videos, as you guys would sadly know. So I'll try that. If this turns out shit, well, I'm really sorry. But yeah, so basically my life has become a lot easier since I came out. Like, I'm not going to go around being like, rah rah rah, I'm a dyke, I'm bi, and all that shit. You know, if someone asks me, I'll tell them. Or if I like someone, I'll be like, oh my god, I really like this girl, and whatever happens, happens. I mean, my advice for people who want to come out, just say it. Don't sugarcoat it. Or I mean, if you want to, say, you know, maybe it's just a phase. And then by the time they realise it's not a phase, they should have come to grips with it. Like, I'm thinking that's what has happened to my parents. They thought it was a phase, and they probably still do. I should have waited until I finished high school. But I don't know, I hope it helps. I just know that I have some friends struggling with whether to tell their parents or not. And my opinion, you don't really have to tell them. For me, I just thought might as well, and then it just hasn't changed. My honest opinion would be, if you're worried, just don't tell them until you're in a relationship with a girl or boy. They can't turn around and say it's a phase. Or you could just say, you know, hey, I like this person, I feel I need to experiment, explore my sexuality. I'd like it if you guys have, you know, respected that. And if you don't, well, don't give them the option to say that they don't, really. I mean, they're your parents, they have to love you. But I mean, that's just my opinion. It could be completely wrong. But yeah, so apart from that, I hope this has helped some people. Probably hasn't, I'm just rambling on, but yeah, yeah, bye.